All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Marakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and blessings and citations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Dawadah, the House of David. All right, so as you know, I have this clip right here, right, where it says, "Is the world moving away from the dollar? From the dollar?" You know, as you can see, right? Because eventually they're going to move over into a global reset, you see, which is because they're in America, Babylon the Great is in debt up to its eyeballs, man. All right. And they need what you call a great reset to reset the economy, right? But how they're going to reset? By chipping everybody, getting rid of the dollar bill, getting rid of the cash, and have it become a cashless society in a digital world of totalitarianism, right? Technocracy. You see, AI robotics ran by Palantir, Gideon, and drones, all right? Smart cities. Smart meaning surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting, and tracking. You see, throwing people into concentration camps. You see, guillotines, chipping them, right? Red list, yellow list, blue list, right? Or red list, blue list, yellow list. Okay? And by cutting off the dollar bill, right? Getting control and gain of a global thing, right? Like Nick Rockefeller when he had that interview, or when he sat down with what's his name, Aaron Russo. You see, and he was telling them about how he going to chip they want to chip everybody globally, right? And track, trace, and control them. Now, with that chip is going to be a UPC. You become the UPC. You see, track, trace, and control. Okay, and a biometrics digital identity, a digital ID. You see, so they can track, trace, and control you, right? Everything would be monitored. You see, so without further ado, let's play this here video, right? We're gonna get some scriptures, and then we just gonna close.
De-dollarization trend seen in recent years. Now, de-dollarization in energy trades is a growing trend. There's a clear shift in settling oil transactions in currencies other than the US dollar, such as Chinese yuan, Russian ruble, Indian rupee, or other domestic currencies as well. In this next report, we decode the oil trades shift away from the dollar in recent years. Take a look.
Motivated by sanctions, geopolitical shifts, and
right, because all these nations are getting away from the dollar, right? In order to get away from the dollar, you got to kill the dollar, and that's what they're doing when they print money every day. They're killing the dollar down. They're devaluing the dollar. They've been doing that for the longest time to kill the dollar off, to kill the money off, to reset the whole system. It's like a jubilee after the 7th year, right? And it's no longer, because like I said, they're in debt up to their eyeballs, man. The debt clock is super high. They're making you think that it's about this much, or 38 trillion, 40 trillion. No, it's really higher than that, man. You see, it's really, really higher than that. And that's why they want to do this global reset. You see, and they want to pretty much try to take back their blessing, right? Meaning Esau, Edom, that devil. You see, that old serpent. You see,
desire to reduce American economic influence.
Ship everybody, call them Goyim. Okay.
Countries like China, India, Russia, and some GCC members are now exploring alternatives to the petrodollar system. Although the greenback still remains dominant in the global energy settlements, International Monetary Fund data shows that the usage of
let's see this here, right? Because he just said it remained dominant. Now, it's still, still kicking. But otherwise than that, it's going to die off, man. They're going to make this a cashless society. You see, like we always mention, that chip has got to be pushed before World War III come. And it's going to be pushed. So let me get this here in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and the 6th verse. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his," right? But right? Because this man likes to go over and steal, rob, rape, and murder and pillage and steal resources from other people's lands. You see? Okay? It says that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That thick clay is a batya, meaning debt. And this man is in a super amount of debt. Okay? Why do you think the infrastructure here in Babylon is falling apart? Right? Because this place is about to be destroyed. This place is about to be out of here, man. You see? All right. Let's go back and play this. We got another scripture, Revelation 13th chapter. We're going to get up out of here.
Dollar in oil trade is now about 57%, down from about 71% in 2000. There is a clear rise in alternative currencies for oil settlements. China has pushed for yuan-based settlements for oil and gas, particularly with the Gulf Cooperation Council nations, and has successfully used the Shanghai Petroleum and Natural Gas Exchange for transactions. Beijing also buys 90% of Iran's oil outside the dollar, using the yuan oil trading system.
That's CBDC, the central bank digital currency, right? You got a carbon footprint, you see, which is all nothing but track, trace, and control. Smart cities they're going to throw you into, all right? Or they want to build up and throw you into, you see? Under a 6G, with 6G, which is high frequencies of radiation, terahertz, right? Faster data speed, right? Data centers, right? What do you think Stargate is all about? You see? What do you think the stable coin, what he signed a stable coin in there for? Right? That's the CBDC. You see? Okay? Just a form of a CBDC. And that's what's, and I believe through the spirit that's going to be pushed off. You see? Because this thing is going to be a global thing, like I keep reiterating. Okay?
BRICS countries are increasingly bypassing the dollar for energy trade, which has led to a slow erosion of the dollar's role in global.
Right, the BRICS nations. As you can see, the BRICS nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. You know, there's many different other nations that's involved with them. I think Iran is in there. Iran, right? The UAE, you see, the United Arab Emirates, right? There's a lot of things going on, man. You see, and destabilizing that dollar bill is what they want to get rid of. Push that off of there, bringing them CBDCs, right? That's a new form of what you call invisible money, all right, or not even money, but just credits. Okay.
Transactions. Countries under US sanctions such as Russia and Iran are leading efforts to trade in other currencies to secure energy sales at discounts and reduce financial dependency. Russia now trades with China mostly in yuan and ruble, with the country's dollar reserves almost gone. Iran has turned to crypto and Bitcoin mining to avoid SWIFT sanctions. India, on the other hand, has been buying Russian oil using rupee instead of dollar. Brazil trades with China using yuan instead of dollar. South Africa is working on a BRICS payment system to reduce the dollar use. West Asian countries have started to look beyond the US currency as well. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan have started to accept yuan for some oil deals with China. The UAE is testing a new payment system which works without SWIFT. Malaysia is pushing for an Asian fund to move away from the dollar. This is not just a theory or rhetoric anymore. Several countries are already changing the system, and the Iran war may push many more to look beyond the dollar. Business Bureau, we on World is One.
All right, so let's go in here to Revelation, right? The 13th chapter. Let's go to the 16th verse. Let's just get right to it. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive and mark. That mark right there is charagma. We always go into it, which is a scratching or etching under the skin, you see, in their right hand from the karax, right? which is a delivery system, which is going to be embedded, or how can I say, what is that? Embedded under the skin. You see, it says in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. Buying and selling is transactional. You see, in exchange for service and goods, right? Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, UPC, Universal Product Code. Now, the UPC of Babylon the Great is 12 digits, right? And you got the GS1 link, right, which is the QR code, which has the 3 6s in there. Those boxes that you see on there are 3 6s, right? Because this man deals with the number 6 because he's the man of imperfection, the man of lawlessness, the man of sin. Okay, you see, right? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that haveth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man. See, for it is a number of a man, and that's what's going to be embedded into those chips. You see, you're going to have your own personal number. They're going to know. You see, well, you're going to be tracked by it. Okay, you become what you call in a technocratical digital world an avatar, right? Controlled under Palantir, Gideon, and drones, right? And they can see every transaction that you do, right? They'll see everything. They can even turn your chip off, right? Which is going to become an IOB, the Internet of Body, you see, or the Internet of Things, okay? Right? Verse number 18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that haveth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now you take that chip, Yahweh Shem Yahushai going to destroy you. Let's go over to Revelation 16 and 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore. Right? That sore is Helkos, right? An ulcer. You see? An ulcer from what radiation? High frequencies of radiation. Them direct energy weapons. With them towers is nothing but direct energy weapons. See? It says, upon the man which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Let's jump down to verse number 10 and 11. Right? It says, and the fifth angel poured out the vial upon the seat of the beast, right? Which is, this is the beast. You see? The beast system. Okay? Rome, the revitalized Roman Empire. Okay? And his kingdom was full of darkness, right? And they gnawed their tongues for pain and blasphemed the power of heaven, Yahweh, right? Because of their pains and their sores, right? Helkos, ulcers, right? You see? And that's what you get. You get that from high frequencies of radiation, right? A pus starts to formulate, you see? And repented not of their deeds. You see, and repented not of their deeds. Let's go over to Revelation 14 and 9. We're going to end it off. See this, they're doomed for the worshippers of the beast. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone as ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, because this is going to be a lake of fire. This place is going to be a desert, man. You see? It says, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahushua. And the smoke of their torment is scented up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahushua. You see that? So with that, we're going to give all praises and glory and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruel. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Dawadah, the House of David, Kwam Yasha Allah, Ababa Ball, Shalom.